be studying today first trigonometry. So what is trigonometry? The word trigonometry is derived from a Greek word tri, gon and metron. Tri means tree, gon means sides, and metron means measurement. So basically, in fact, trigonometry is the study of relationship between the sides, the angles of a triangle. In a triangle we have angle, sides. So the relationship between the angles and the sides in a triangle is dealt with in the trigonometry. Now let's move on to why do we study trigonometry. Suppose you went to visit Qutub Minar. You know Qutub Minar is a tall building like this, and you are standing here. Now to measure the Qutub Minar, it is very difficult to measure the Qutub Minar with a scale like this because it is vertically upward. So to measure this kind of structure, we use the method of trigonometry. So now if we know the distance from the Qutub Minar, it is 50 meters, we can easily find out the height of the Qutub Minar using trigonometry. Because the Qutub Minar is a right angle triangle, and if the observer will be looking with this, which we will study a little bit later. So if we know the distance from the Qutub Minar, we can find out the height of the Qutub Minar with the help of trigonometry. Also we can see another examples. These examples are given in your book itself. Suppose there is a building here and there is a river here. Suppose you are at this position of the building. Now if you look through this position to this place and you know the height, at what height you are staying in the building, then you can find out the breadth of the river, or you can say the length of the river. So to find out this kind of problem, we will be using trigonometry. So these are the basic things. This is just an example. So today in higher mathematical calculations, scientific calculations, trigonometry used to find out many different things. Now first topic in trigonometry is trigonometric ratio. Now first of all, we know what is a ratio. It is the comparison between two terms. Suppose you have 1 kg rice and 10 kg potato, and the ratio of rice to potato is 1:10. So this is just ratio. Just I am giving an overview. So now what is trigonometric ratio? So in a triangle, suppose this is a triangle A, B, C. You have sides AB, AC and BC. Now when you will find out the ratio of the sides, suppose AC is one side divided by BC is another side. So these ratios, these are derived in terms of some trigonometric values. These are known as trigonometric ratios. We will see a little bit later how we will construct the trigonometric ratios, or we can say how we define trigonometric ratios. Now trigonometric ratio in a triangle, we have different sides. Suppose in a triangle ABC, we have side AB, BC, AC. Then these three sides AB, BC, CA. If we find their comparisons, then we will get some specific values. These are known as trigonometric ratios. Now in ratio we have to remember something. The value of ratio remains fixed. Suppose if you see 2 by, you can say 5 by 2. What is the value of 5 by 2? It is 2.5. Now if we see what is the value of 10 by 4, it is again 2.5. See, now these ratios are in proportion. 10 by 4 is equal to 5 by 2. Similarly, in later stage we will find out how the ratio of trigonometry terms always remain the same, that is constant. The value of trigonometric ratios will always be same. Now let me give you a brief overview of a triangle. We have already studied what is a triangle. Now let's see a right angle triangle ABC, right angle at B. Now we know the side opposite to the right angle is known as the hypotenuse. So here AC is equal to hypotenuse. Here we have two more terms. One is the perpendicular and one is the base. But this perpendicular and base, they keep changing with respect to the angle. Suppose now this angle is 30 degree and this angle is 45 degree. With respect to this angle C, with respect to angle C, with respect to angle C, our base will be BC. This BC will be our base and AB will be our perpendicular with respect to angle C. But if we consider angle this A or 45 degree, then our base will be AB and our perpendicular will be BC. I am repeating it again. First we have a right angle triangle. The side opposite to the right angle is called hypotenuse. Fine. Now we have two more terms. One is perpendicular and other is known as base. Now this perpendicular and base are defined on the basis of the angle. Suppose there are two angles, 30 degree and 45 degree. Now if we consider this 30 degree, that is angle C, then our base will be BC and our hypotenuse will be, our perpendicular will be AB. Again, with respect to angle A, if we consider angle A, that is 45 degree, our base will be AB and our perpendicular will be BC. Fine. Now, to remember the technique, first of all, to find out the hypotenuse, we know the side opposite to the 90 degree. We got a hypotenuse AC. That is always same. Now, to find out the base is that, suppose, now if we consider this 30 degree, whichever angle we are considering, the line, this is the line now, the line that makes the angle with the hypotenuse is the base. The line, this is the line here, that makes the angle, that 30 degree angle, respective angle with the hypotenuse is the base. If we consider 45 degree, the line, this AB, that makes the angle 45 degree with the hypotenuse is the base. So base and perpendicular will change with respect to their respective angles. Are we clear now? Okay. Now let's move on. Now how do we define the trigonometric ratios? Let us consider a right angle triangle. Let us consider a right angle triangle. Right angle at C. A, B, C. We can just change it. It will be same as your book now. Let us consider a right angle triangle. Right angle at B. A, B, C. Now here we have our hypotenuse, that is AC. The side opposite to the 90 degree is the hypotenuse. Now let us consider angle A, this angle. When we are considering angle A, which two lines are making the angle? This hypotenuse and this line AB. So AB will be our base. The line that is making the angle with the hypotenuse is the base. So our base here will be AB. And therefore our perpendicular will be BC. Fine. Now we got our three terms: hypotenuse, that is AC, base AB and perpendicular BC. I am writing it again here, hypotenuse AC. It's quite not visible here. Fine. Now we define some trigonometric ratios. Let's start with perpendicular by hypotenuse. These are the ratio of the sides only. Perpendicular by hypotenuse. Now what is the perpendicular? This one, BC. BC by hypotenuse CA is equal to sine of angle A. Now this is defined, this is fixed. Sine of angle A is perpendicular by hypotenuse. Now you will be asking me, why sine of A is BC by CA? This is defined in this way only. Sine of A is defined as BC by CA, or you can say perpendicular by hypotenuse. It will be same for every triangle, perpendicular by hypotenuse. This BC CA will be changed if we change this value. Suppose if we put A here, if we put B here, then this will change. But this perpendicular by hypotenuse will never change. That means sine of angle A is perpendicular by hypotenuse. This is our first trigonometric ratio. Then second is base by hypotenuse. Here base is AB. AB by hypotenuse is again AC or CA is equal to cosine of angle A. That means cosine of angle A is defined as the base is to hypotenuse. This AB AC value might change. Suppose I consider the triangle like this, A here, B here, C here, and our angle is this only. Now our perpendicular will be AB. Base is what? BC and hypotenuse is AC. Therefore now base by hypotenuse, base is BC by hypotenuse AC. So BC by AC is again cosine of A. But don't get confused. Why AB by AC is cosine of A and here BC by AC? Because we are interchanging these angles. We can name it anything, X, Y, Z, M, N, M, P, Q, R, anything. But the main important thing is base by hypotenuse is cosine of angle A. So we have to remember only this one. This will change. This will change the way we take the values. So we got two terms. One is sine of angle A, that is perpendicular by hypotenuse. Next is cosine of angle A, that is base by hypotenuse. Now next term is tan of angle A. Tan, or you can say tangent of angle A, is perpendicular by base. Fine. Now which one is perpendicular? Here CA, CD. CD by AB. So we got till now three ratio. One is sine of angle A is equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse. Cosine of angle A is equal to base by hypotenuse, and tan of angle A is equal to perpendicular by base. So these three are trigonometric ratios. They will always be same. Fine. We have three more trigonometric ratios. There. Next is cosec of angle A, which is equal to hypotenuse by perpendicular. Hypotenuse will be AC by perpendicular will be CD, and sec of angle A will be hypotenuse by base, and 6th is cot. Cot of angle A is base by perpendicular. So these 6 are your trigonometric ratios. Sine of angle A is perpendicular by hypotenuse, cosine of angle A is base by hypotenuse, tan of angle A is perpendicular by base. Okay, here again, cosec of angle A is hypotenuse by perpendicular, sec of angle A is hypotenuse by base, and cot of angle A is base by perpendicular. We get one specific result here. See, P by H, H by P. That means what? Sine of angle A is equal to 1 by cosec angle A, right? These are reciprocal terms. These two terms are reciprocal. Sine of angle A is P by H and cosec of angle A is H by P. If we compare these two, then we get sine of angle A is 1 by cosec of angle A. Similarly, if we see this sec of angle A with cosine of angle A, then we get H by B. Here we have B by H. See the value. H by B, here we have B by H. That means cos of angle A is equal to 1 by sec of angle A. They are reciprocals, right? This is just from here, I am just writing here. Okay. Next, if we compare tan of angle A, that is perpendicular by base, and here cot of angle A is B by perpendicular, base by perpendicular. That means what? Base, tan and cot are reciprocal. That means tan of angle A is equal to 1 by cot of angle A, right? So these were the basic trigonometric ratios. Now I will give you a shortcut formula to remember these trigonometric ratios. Write down this sentence. Some people have curly black hair, turn permanently black. If you remember this line, you will remember all the trigonometric ratios. That will be very easy for you. See, some people have, that means we will just see the first term, sum as for sine. Sine angle A is equal to P perpendicular by hypotenuse. Sine of angle A is perpendicular by hypotenuse. Some people have curly black hair. Cos of angle A is equal to base by hypotenuse. Curly black hair. Cos black hair. Or you can say cos of angle A is base by hypotenuse. And lastly, turn permanently black. Tan of angle A is equal to perpendicular by base. So what we have got till now is, if you consider the first term S, P, H, C, B, H, T, P, B, we will get S for sine, P for perpendicular, H for hypotenuse, C for cos, B for base, H for hypotenuse, T for tan, P for perpendicular, and B for base. So with this sentence, you will be easily able to remember all the trigonometric ratios. So we have to remember this trigonometric ratio, that is sine of angle A, or you can write in place of angle A, you can write sine theta. Let theta be any angle. Sine theta is equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse cos theta. Don't confuse with theta again. We were writing sine of angle A. Now in place of angle we are writing angle theta. Fine. Sine theta is equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse. Cos theta is equal to base by hypotenuse. Tan theta is equal to perpendicular by base. Again we have their reciprocals. We have to remember this Again we have cosec theta, we have sec theta, and we have cot theta. We have already discussed about these three things, these 6 ratios. And the most important relations we have to remember is that sin theta is equal to 1 by cosec theta, cos theta is equal to 1 by sec theta, and tan theta is equal to 1 by cot theta. These are the important relations we have to remember so that we can solve our problems. Next class we will start with one more ratio that is left is tan theta can be expressed in the term of sin theta by cos theta. We will see this, how we will do it in the next class. Hello student, I am Aryan Nath. I took your today's trigonometry class. So you all know that there is less chances of the school to get reopened anytime soon. So if you understood my today's class, we can continue this session again. We will be having on-demand classes, interactive tutorials, doubt clearing session, either video conferencing or telephone, and the courses will include all the subjects including social sciences, that is economics, geography, polity and history. So don't waste time, call this number, you can text me in this number. Stay safe, stay at home, study hard. See you soon.